Sir Alex Ferguson's legacy, the 8 ex-Man United stars managing in the UK. Mark Hughes made a shock return to management this week, taking over at League Two side Bradford City. The 58-year-old's club managerial career to date had consisted of working exclusively in the Premier League, so it came as a surprise to many when it was announced he was to be working in the fourth tier of English football. Hughes' return swells the number of former Manchester United players, specifically ones who worked under the great Sir Alex Ferguson, currently in management. Here, Mirror Sport looks at those who starred under Fergie and how they're currently getting on in the dugout. Will Man United seal a top 4 place this season? Let us know in the comments. Robins scored arguably the most important goal of the Fergie era, with his strike against Nottingham Forest in 1990 saving his boss's job. Since moving into management, Robins has worked at a clutch of clubs but has worked wonders at Coventry City. When he took over for a second time in 2017, the Sky Blues were in League Two. They're now knocking on the door of the Premier League, following 2 promotions. During his second spell, City have also lifted the EFL trophy and are finally back in Coventry after settling a stadium dispute that saw them exiled in Birmingham. Manchester United's all-time leading goalscorer recently toasted his first anniversary in the Derby County job, and it has been a rollercoaster on and off the pitch. But Rooney has won plenty of plaudits for his management, not just of the team, but the overall club. Lumbered with an unenviable 21-point deduction, Rooney's side are in with a genuine chance of championship survival, scarcely believable given the circumstances. Such is Rooney's stock, he was linked with the Everton job earlier this season. A bright future in management awaits Rooney. Ince made a surprise return to the dugout this week after being named Reading's interim boss. It represented a first managerial role since 2014 for the former England captain, who won 2 Premier Leagues with United in his playing days. Prior to his current role, Ince managed Macclesfield, MK Dons, twice, Blackburn, Notts County and Blackpool. He is now hoping to keep the Royals, who were deducted 6 points earlier in the campaign, in the championship this season. Veteran boss Bruce reached a landmark of 1,000 jobs in management during his spell in charge at Newcastle. He was part of the title-winning sides that Ferguson built in the early days of the Premier League and retired with a clutch of medals, including 3 league titles. Bruce pitched up at West Brom earlier this month, the 12th post of his time in the hot seat. In that time he has won 4 promotions to the Premier League and will be hoping to recover from a slow start in the Midlands. An often forgotten former United player, Appleton only made a handful of appearances for United but never played in the Premier League. He spent most of his career with Preston and West Brom, and after retiring early he went into coaching. He's now in charge of Lincoln City after spells bossing Portsmouth, Blackpool, Blackburn, and Oxford. Last season he led the Imps to the League One playoff final. Hughes' return to management raised plenty of eyebrows this week. He represents a huge coup for League Two Bradford. Prior to his current role, Hughes had managed his native Wales and then went on to take charge of 6 Premier League clubs. He enjoyed long spells at Blackburn and Stoke and relatively short stays at Manchester City, Fulham, QPR and Southampton. As a player, Hughes had 2 separate spells at Old Trafford, with Ferguson re-signing him from Barcelona for a club record fee in 1988. Giggs was a Ferguson favourite and only ever represented the Red Devils in a playing career that spanned 24 years. Upon retiring, he became a player coach at United and was interim boss after David Moyes departed. He then spent time as assistant before landing the plum role of Wales manager in January 2018. He is currently involved in an ongoing legal case which has seen him step away from the role, with Robert Page taking charge for last summer's European Championships. The Northern Irishman played just a solitary league game for United back in 2000. He left in 2001 for Preston and went on to enjoy success at domestic and international level, becoming the all-time leading scorer for his country. Healy has been manager of Linfield since 2015, winning 4 NIFL Premiership titles, the Northern Ireland Football League Cup and 2 Irish Cups.